everyone, I'm Susan Kilm.
And I'm Vince Vitrano. Developing story out of Ferguson, Missouri this morning as two police officers were shot overnight during a protest outside the police department. A group of people had gathered there following the police chief's resignation. Officials report one officer was shot in the face, the other in the shoulder, both in serious condition. Ferguson's police chief is stepping down after a Justice Department report found patterns of racial bias in the city. Funeral services are now planned for a man shot and killed by a police officer in Madison. Tony Robinson's mother said that the memorial will be Saturday at Madison East High School. That deadly shooting last Friday sparked large protests in Madison.
A chance for people to voice their concerns about proposed budget cuts to the UW system. Several Democratic lawmakers are holding a listening session tonight on UW-Madison's campus. It's from 4 until 7 o'clock. Governor Walker's budget calls for $300 million in cuts to the school system. UW leaders have warned any cuts could lead to layoffs as early as next month. A vote scheduled today on a bill that would eliminate Wisconsin's 48-hour waiting period to buy a handgun. JS Online reporting that if the bill passes committee today, it would become available for a full Senate vote. Governor Walker has told the NRA that he does support the bill.
A controversial powdered alcohol product now has approval from a federal agency. It's called Palcohol. The powdery mix is freeze-dried alcohol that can be mixed into drinks. Several states have already moved to ban powdered alcohol, including Wisconsin.
An easier way to report potholes to the city of Milwaukee. A new app called MKE Mobile will let you inform the city about a number of issues, including potholes and graffiti. You just send in your contact information, the location of the problem, and then a picture if you have one. The app will then notify you when the problem is fixed.
Well, this is another channel for customers or citizens to interact with their local government.
You can find more information and a link to download the app on our website, TMJ4.com.
Spring fever continues across southeastern Wisconsin and the Midwest for that matter. 50 degrees yesterday despite that cold front pushing through in Milwaukee, 65 in Des Moines, and look at the 70s from South Dakota to Kansas City and St. Louis. It'll be cooler at the lake today with the southeast wind picking back up again. It's been 129 days since we've hit 60 degrees here in Milwaukee. That's in jeopardy. And sooner rather than later, a weekend cold front and then a warm Monday. Temperatures around the state and this morning right around 30 degrees in Wausau, 35 in Madison, and almost 40 already in La Crosse. Gorgeous sunrise yet again in Port Washington. Look at that sun coming up over the horizon there. There's a little bit of cloud cover in the atmosphere. Temperature is at 32 degrees. Southeast wind is at only 5 miles per hour. Temperatures around southeastern Wisconsin, 29 in Kenosha, 32 Beaver Dam and West Bend, 36 in Whitewater, 33 right here in Milwaukee. Now we have an east to southeast wind between 5 and 10 this morning. It will increase between 10, 15, and even 20 miles per hour this afternoon. So after that light wind yesterday, the winds are definitely going to be picking up. Because of that, cooler at the lake. Temperatures from about West Dallas inland will be in the low to mid, even upper 50s. But at the lakefront, temperatures in the 40s and may even drop into the upper 30s later this afternoon as that wind does pick up. And that will be right at the lakefront. Otherwise, inland areas will be in the 50s. Here's the forecast, or I should say the Goddard gauge for today. We're going to kind of split the difference. 8 at the lakefront with the cooler temperatures, but still above normal. Still nice. Temperature around 47. Inland areas will be in the 50s, giving it a top 10 weather day. It's going to be perfect pretty much for this time of the year in the inland areas. There's that southerly wind wrapping around the high pressure. Warmer conditions off to the west today in the 70s almost, and that warmer air moves in here for tomorrow with that southwesterly wind before the lake breeze develops. And then there's that weekend cold front. That'll push through tomorrow night into early Saturday morning. Northwest winds behind it, but not really much in the way of cold air. Yeah, we won't be in the 60s this weekend like we could be for tomorrow. I mean, look at today's high temperatures, 63 in La Crosse, 65 in the Twin Cities. That air moves into here for a brief time tomorrow before the lake breeze does develop. Look at the temperatures for your Friday. And once again, it will try to hit 60 here in Milwaukee before that lake breeze does develop in the afternoon. But for today, a high temperature of 47, 55 inland, sunshine, and a little breezy. For tonight, we'll drop back down into the mid-30s. Warm for this time of the year for overnight low temperature. Southwest wind at 5 to 10. 7-day forecast. 47 today, 60 tomorrow briefly, and then that lake breeze develops and we'll see temperatures drop closer to the lakefront. Meanwhile, 60s inland all day. Behind the cold front, it's going to be cooler. 50 on Saturday, 46 on Sunday. It'll stay in the 50s in the inland areas, but that's still mild for this time of the year. Warm on Monday at 62 and then getting cooler.